Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and in today's video guys, I'm going to share to you about the restriction here in Portugal and what is the mandatory here and rules of the government regarding the restriction. So guys, thank you nga pala sa thank you so much for all the subscriber and for all those who continue watching my YouTube channel. Thank you so much guys. And please also for those who's not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, comment, share, like, and hit the notification below para ma-update ka pa guys sa ibang pang videos. So thank you guys. So I'm going to share to you guys about. So guys, this is it. And the travel restriction is changed on test to enter into Portugal mainland. The Portuguese government has announced that it will be no longer required to present a negative test for crossing the borders into Portugal. For those who have an EU digital COVID certificate or other proof of vaccination that has been recognized with. So completion of the primary vaccination series more than 14 days ago and less than 270 days since the last dose with the vaccine against COVID-19. So if the holder had a booster dose of a vaccine against COVID-19 or if the holder has proof of recovery. So it means guys, don't have this vaccination doses, you will be it says here, if people do not have the above, they will need a proof of negative test, that is PCR test, not older than 72 hours, or a rapid antigen test, not older than 24 hours. So it means guys, if even though you're not vaccination yet, you need to present only the PCR test that you are negative or antigen test, which is 24 hours. And also, EU digital COVID certificate validity. The certification for vaccination will attest completion of primary vaccination series of the respective holder more than 14 days ago and less than 270 days since the last dose and taking a booster dose. So guys, this is it. The test certificate will certify that the holder has been subject to a PCR test in last 72 hours with a negative result, a rapid antigen test within the last 24 hours with a negative result. So guys, for those who doesn't have a vaccination, you can travel here in Portugal, but you need as well the PCR negative result and antigen negative result also. The antigen is 24 hours and the PCR is 72 hours. So guys, this is from the government of Portugal. And also guys, children under 12 years old do not need to present tests. It is mandatory for all passengers to fill up online a passenger locator form after check-in and departure time. The code generated when filling out the PLF can be presented in papers or digital format without which boarding will be denied. It means to say guys, it is mandatory also that you're gonna fill up locator form before to check in, and without this you will be denied. But the children 12 years old under do not need a test. Only vaccine authorities by the European medicine agencies are valid inland Portugal and Azores. Guys, for international flights, all passengers must present at the time of departure proof of laboratory testing of PCR test or laboratory rapid antigen test carried out within 72 or 48 hours. So PCR is 72 hours and antigen 48 hours prior to departure time. In the case of the digital recovery certificate, these are valid for 180 days. Children aged 12 and under can travel without a certificate or test. All passengers need to fill up questionnaire with the exception of the EU Digital COVID Certificate of Vaccination or Recovery holders. More information. So guys, it means to say, all passengers must fill up the form and the questionnaire and the locator form. Guys, for international flights, all passengers must present at the time of departure proof of laboratory testing of PCR test or laboratory rapid antigen test carried out within 72 or 48 hours. So PCR is 72 hours and antigen 48 hours prior to departure time. In the case of the digital recovery certificate, these are valid for 180 days. Children aged 12 and under can travel without a certificate or test. All passengers need to fill up questionnaire with the exception of the EU Digital COVID Certificate of Vaccination or Recovery holders. More information. So guys, it means to say, all passengers must fill up the form and the questionnaire and the locator form. So in general rules, face mask is mandatory. EU COVID Digital Certificate is mandatory also in all modes or complete vaccination. Certificate or PCR negative result and antigen result when accessing tourist establishment and local accommodation, restaurants, cultural shows, events with reserved seats and gyms. It meant to say you need to present your EU digital certificate in all modes of complete vaccination in tourist establishment and local accommodation, restaurant, cultural shows, events with reserved seats and gyms. It's also mandatory negative test, recovery certificate, except for those who have already been vaccinated with the booster dose of vaccine for at least 14 days when accessing bars and clubs, big events, visit to care and nursing home and health facilities. It meant to say, guys, if you're going to bars and clubs, big events, and nursing homes, you present also negative recovery result, but if you have already booster for at least 14 days, you don't need to present this. You just present only your EU digital certificate. Behavior rules. General behavior, social distancing. Guys, in outside or in public, it is still social distancing, frequent hand washing, respiratory etiquette, mandatory use of masks, clean and safe in tourism, the clean and safe. The clean and safe seal was implemented allowing tourists to have increased security and confidence in the use of accommodation establishment in the various tourist services and tourist attraction. Hi guys, and this is all what I'm reading here in Portugal government. This is like implemented these rules. So it meant to say, guys, are you going to bring, every time you come here in Portugal, you need to present your EU digital certificate and your negative result if you don't have an vaccination. You need to present PCR negative result and antigen negative result for 72 hours and also 24 hours for antigen. So guys, thank you so much for watching now to my YouTube channel. I hope I help you for your travel coming here in Portugal. And thank you so much for watching, and take care. God bless all. Thank you so much. Bye.